It's been eye-opening first 2 weeks. They went from not winning a game in the Eastern Time Zone since 2014 to winning back-to-back games in the Eastern Time Zone. And then here come the Steelers. This Steeler team 0-2 for the second time in 19-14-year tenure.
Presented by Identical. At safety, number 29, Jackowski. At safety, number 33, Delarius. At nickelback, number 24, K1. At cornerback, number 23, Akello. Cornerback, number 25, Richard Sherman. At linebacker, number 54, Fred Warner. At linebacker, number 56, Quan Alexander. At defensive end, number 91, Eric Armstead. At defensive end, number 97, Nick Bosa. At defensive end, number 55, D. And at defensive tackle, number 99, DeForest Buckner. Head coach Kyle Shanahan, his staff, and the rest of your San Francisco 49ers.
Man, we're getting a little avant-garde with these intros. Welcome back. Match Day 12 of the 2021 MF Alumni FFL Draft Pick Choice Tournament. We are getting to the 60% mark, 3/5 of the way after today. We are on to our fourth of our 6 semifinal matchups. This is the main bracket we're taking a look at, which is not the game that we'll be playing today. Gibby, Andy, Crayon, and Rob are your semifinalists. But today, over here in the Fivals bracket, Excuse me, I have to clear my throat.
Fuck!
Over here in the finals bracket, we've got Colin and Jacob. We got a match between Colin's Steelers and Jacob's 49ers today. Yesterday, actually, yeah, it was yesterday, we saw Conair's Bears narrowly take down Sprite's Saints after kind of outplaying them all game. But, you know, they got the win. Could have been a little more convincing, but they did it. So, congrats to them. Conair is moving on to the final finals, and Sprite is dropping down to the Seminals. So, the other half of those matchups will be determined tonight with Colin and Jacob. Let's take a look at the rosters. As far as Madden overalls go, this is probably the most even we could get. 77 on the dot for both teams. Over on Jacob's side, the visiting 49ers. At quarterback, we got Big Ben Roethlisberger. At running back, we're going to have Kareem Hunt doing all of the things, the entire swath of work. Behind him, there's David Montgomery, Rashad Penny, A.J. Dillon, Brian Hill, Kalen Ballage, Savon Ahmed, and who's that? Raquel Armstead, all rounding out the bench. And then at wide receiver, he's got a trio of DeAndre Hopkins, Keenan Allen, and Odell Beckham Jr. that'll be doing most of the work. Keenan Allen will be manning that slot role, so Hopkins and Beckham will be staying to the outside. Behind those guys, in case they get a little tired, they got Kenny Galladay, Chase Claypool, Laviska Shenault, and Jacoby Myers behind him. At tight end, the late breakout, now clean and kicking ass in the NFL. That's Darren Waller, D-Wall on Spotify if you want to listen to his rap music. And, of course, no kicker rostered. So he's got the hero, Ryan Santoso. And then, of course, the 49ers defense. Doing kick return and punt return duties is going to be Rashad Penny. Okay, over on the home side, the Pittsburgh Steelers, Colin. He's got Kyler Murray playing quarterback. And running back, we're going to see a tandem of James Conner and Le'Veon Bell. So it's going to really feel like the Steelers today. Connor will be doing the normal running work as well as the power situations. Bell will be doing the what do I phrase it as? The passing formations. That's when he'll be on the field. The other running backs behind them are Gus Edwards, Frank Gore, Leonard Fournette, and Myles Gaskin. At wide receiver, we're going to see a trio of Julio Jones, Juju Smith-Schuster, and Marquise Brown, with Jerry Jeudy and David Moore behind them. Juju Smith-Schuster will be manning the slot, so Julio and Marquise should be in the X and Z, respectively. At tight end, we got Mark Andrews and Rob Gronkowski. At kicker, we've got Nugent. I keep forgetting his name. I looked it up last time. I think he was that Patriots guy for a couple weeks. And then, of course, the Steelers defense, TJ Watt and all those guys. Kick return, punt return duties will be Cameron Sutton. He is a cornerback, so that comes with the defense. All right, let's play the game. So this week, or semifinal week, as we've been doing with everyone, it's going to be the, the Color Rush jerseys. I had to switch the 49ers to their alternate because otherwise both teams would be black and that would be miserable to watch. And then, of course, quick presentation, 12-minute quarters, and 15-second accelerated play clock. Let's jump into the game.
On a beautiful late summer afternoon for football, we welcome you to Heinz Field in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City.
Looks like the 49ers are kicking off to start the game, so Colin Steelers will get the first crack at all this after a kick return here by the aforementioned Cam Sutton, making it all the way up to the 30-yard line. Great kick return to start the game here.
Pretty good here right at the 30-yard line with the San Francisco 49ers. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun now from Murray. Being chased out left. And right away, he lost the football.
Oh boy. So first play of the game. Kyler scrambling, getting tackled. Might be counted as a sack and a fumble, possibly going to be overturned, depending on when he dropped it. Richard Sherman with the scoop and score. Again, first play of the game. This will be a massive advantage for Jacob if this play stands. Oh, that looks like it was out. That looks like that was out before. Oh no, there will be no booth review. All right, quick 7-0 for Jacob's team here. One play into this game. Absolute heartbreaker to start the game for Colin. But hey, I guess you got an uphill battle for you now.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did.
All right, let's try again without the fumble this time, perhaps.
Because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
They'll run for the first time with James Conner. Give him 10 yards on the pick.
Much better play for Colin Steelers there. 10-yard rush out of James Conner, 2nd and inches here on the 35-yard line.
Protecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On second down, Conner looking for space. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38.
There you go, the very next play. James Conner finishing what he started and getting the first down here.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Nick Bosa finding his way into the backfield for a big sack on Kyler here. 3rd and 20 now. Steelers going to be up against it on this 3rd down attempt.
Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Murray with a 3rd and long. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25.
Well, that's one way to do it. Finds Marquise Brown on the outside and gets it all the way down into the end zone. So we are less than 3 minutes into this game, and we've already got touchdowns on both sides of the ball. Well, for both teams. I guess they're whatever. Technicalities don't matter. Congrats to Colin. Great touchdown.
Because he was gone. Big time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Oh, right. There were probably betting lines for this game. What were they? Hold on. Pittsburgh favored by 1.5, over-under at 42.5. So we are already tracking very well for anyone who may have taken the over.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
At their own 24-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
First play here from the 49ers offense. Kareem Hunt getting a whopping 1-yard run. But hey, they made it to the field. Congrats to them. They made it all the way off the sideline.
No space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. He'll look downfield for Waller. And
Ben getting a long time to pump fake that guy. Finds Waller on the right side of the field, but does not deliver the ball in bounds, so Waller's going to land out of bounds. 3rd and 9 here, coming up on the 49ers' own 25-yard line.
Not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Roethlisberger throwing out of the sack, bounces the ball off a few dudes a little longer than you would think it should be floating there. But the ball ends up falling harmlessly to the ground. 4th and 9. San Francisco punt coming up soon.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away.
Flag on the play. Let's see what it is. Ooh, illegal block in the back on the Steelers.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
So they're going to lose a few yards on the back of that punt, but they'll be starting off here on the 19-yard line with a 1st and 10.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. From the gun, Murray. Rolling to his right, and he can't get rid of it.
Kyler doesn't like what he sees, tries to scramble, but ends up being sacked for a 4-yard loss. Steelers backed up to the 15-yard line now.
Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Another try after the 1st down sack. Murray got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. And he almost
Solid completion there to Julio. That's going to get him just enough yards, 14 to be exact, for the 1st down. So 1st down now on their own 29-yard line.
It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
The left tackle just kind of giving up on Nick Bosa there, on his assignment against Nick Bosa, rather. Nick Bosa coming in from the blind side and knocking out Kyler for a 6-yard loss on that sack. 2nd and 16 here.
To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
Kyler finally finding himself a scrambling lane, and then bails out of it as soon as he sees Dre Greenlaw, but he gets, 9 yards on the scramble, so 3rd and 7 upcoming.
Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down, makes it manageable now.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He can run for it, and he will.
Kyler looks like he wants to take the game into his own hands here as he gets another rush here, gets himself just past midfield. 1st and 10 now onto the 49ers' 48-yard line.
You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
On second down, it's Bell. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Just not a whole
Mediocre
lot of
gain by
room to
Le'Veon
operate
Bell
on
there
that
for
carry.
1 yard, 3rd and
No
5
doubt at
now.
all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield.
Completion to the right side, a bit of a check down, but it's going to be a 10-yard completion to Le'Veon Bell, which gets the Steelers another first down. Now up to the 34-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
And they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back
Completion
nice
over the
plays,
middle.
20 yards that
Why
time,
was that so
first
loud?
down.
Completion over the middle to Mark Andrews. First down up to the 22-yard line now.
He joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
First down, Murray. He'll get this to Connor underneath.
Excellent check down, throwing forward over to James Conner over the middle again. 9-yard gain, 2nd and 1. 14-yard line. Steelers putting a nice drive together here.
Really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. And he's brought down just
Another
outside
check down
the
throw.
20.
This time Le'Veon. He will catch the ball and get himself past the first down marker up to the 11. 1st and 10. Steelers hitting that sweet spot where you can go down at the 1-yard line and get a new set of downs.
Defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Throwing on first down is Murray. This will be caught at about the 5.
Another check down to Le'Veon Bell. This time a 7-yard gain. Steelers up to the 4.
Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
I kind of looked away a little bit, but it appears that play didn't go anywhere. 3rd and 4 here on the 5-yard line.
Here's Murray. 4th down now.
Kyler feeling the pressure, and he throws one away to the right side. 4th and 4 on the 5-yard line. Crucial decision point here for Mike Tomlin. Do they go for it, or do they take the 3 points? My guess is they're going to take the 3 points.
Mike Nugent now to line up
And
for
that
field
appears
goal.
what they are lining up to do. Mr. Nugent, Mike Nugent maybe?
22-yard short attempt.
Nugent putting the ball up and good. 3 points added to the Pittsburgh total. 10-7 now here as the 4th quarter is nearing its end.
That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. Some
Did I say 4th quarter?
It's funny.
I don't know what I said. 1st quarter.
Before the game with the offensive coordinator, what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick.
This camera angle makes Kyler look really tall.
A punt or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs.
New drive getting started. Big Ben and the boys.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And this one goes nowhere.
Kareem Hunt taken down for a pretty, not that big of a loss. 2-yard loss. 2nd and 12 as the clock will hit 0 here on this first quarter of play. 10-7 our score, with the Steelers beating up on their old man quarterback, Big Ben, who is on the other side of the field for this one.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On the run, this is Hunt.
Kareem Hunt finding his footing and making up for that last play. 3rd and 4 now after an 8-yard gain on the ground.
On a 2nd and long,
New quarter, new Kareem.
An offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Big Ben finding his way outside the pocket and slanging one up there. Hit as he throws. And that's going to be a nice little ball hawking by 34. I didn't catch the name. Anyway, Steelers ball on their own 37.
They start the drive with Connor, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, Murray. And Jones has it over the middle.
Great slant route there by Mr. Julio Jones. 1st down for Pittsburgh onto midfield.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
So they run the option here on 1st and 10.
Excellent stumble recovery by Le'Veon Bell there, eking a few more yards out of that run. That's going to be 7 yards all up. 2nd and 3 here into San Francisco territory.
Breaks tackles and creates extra yardage. They almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. From the gun, Murray. He's got a 1st down and more inside.
Kyler slanging. Juju Smith-Schuster catching that ball. 1st down now, 29-yard line. Steelers looking at getting some more points on the board here if all goes well the rest of this drive.
He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to the ground, this time with Bell. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And down inside the
Kyler with a clutch 3rd down scramble, gaining a number of yards. I didn't hear the official count. 1st and 10 onto the 11, also in that sweet spot with the potential 1st down on the 1 yard line.
Throw the ball on 3rd down, doesn't find anyone open, tucks it away, takes off, and picks up the 1st down, not by a little, but by plenty.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Out. And he's going to have to eat.
Kyler trying to make something out of nothing, but Nick Bosa finds his way to him for his third sack of the game. 2nd and 15 now here on the 16-yard line for Colin.
Try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Nick Bosa trying to get, he's got his 4th sack now, and it's not even halftime. Kyler getting put in the dirt a lot by the recently vaccinated Nick Bosa.
Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Murray. A short throw caught by Andrews. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yards.
4th and 20 coming up. I think it's safe to assume that they're going to kick this one. Mr. Nugent out here yet again.
Right hash, 37-yard attempt.
I forget who the backups on both these teams are, so a great hold by whoever that backup is. 13-7 now for Pittsburgh.
Stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Rashad Penny opting to go through a man instead of around him. Gains 4 yards just by getting tackled, though. Return up to the 24-yard line.
Let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
It was Mike Hill.
Kareem Hunt looked like he just kind of lost his footing there, and then he was about to kneel forever. Now finally falls down with the ball. 2-yard gain, technically, up to the 25-yard line.
Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On the delay, here's Hunt.
Draw play up the middle to Kareem Hunt. He is now 5 for 10 rushing on the ground. 3rd and 7.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Here's Roethlisberger. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big
Oh, nearly choked myself on that one. Ben slinging a ball, and DeAndre Hopkins getting the DPI called. So, good offensive play per the rule book. 49ers advance to the Steelers' 39-yard line.
Eventually they'll quit calling it, but not in this case. They dropped the flag for the pass interference.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's taken down.
A rare completion out of Ben Roethlisberger to DeAndre Hopkins. 1st down now onto the 28-yard line.
All the receivers alive in a play. Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And they've got it inside the
Kareem Hunt doing some fancy work with the ball there. Gets the ball. Only green grass in front of him. Puts a juke move on that gets him a few extra yards. They are up to the 8 now. First and goal, 49ers.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
A little bit of conservation of greatness there as it was TJ Watt gets into the backfield for a 4-yard loss on the next running play. We're already down to the 2-minute warning here in the first half. Pittsburgh still leading 13-7.
On second and goal, Roethlisberger looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Roethlisberger with throwaway on the second and goal play, so third and goal here now, still on the 12-yard line.
And there's another example, another incompletion.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. The Steeler defense.
Ben panic-stricken yet again and throwing the ball away. Now 1 for 7 on the day. That's going to bring up fourth and goal, which also may bring up Ryan Santoso.
The average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
And his kick is good. And that will cut the lead back down to 3 at 13-10. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. To return, it's Cam Sutton. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3.
Tyler going legs first yet again. Makes his way up to his own 49-yard line. Tackled inbounds, but the Steelers still have all 3 timeouts and only half the field to go now.
It's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
Barely completing the screen pass to Le'Veon Bell here. No gain on the play. Second and 10. The clock keeps ticking. And right on cue, Steelers use their first timeout of the half.
Get it to him. He can make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Murray. A screen to Bell.
Screen play again. This time Le'Veon finding his way to the sideline, gets tackled out of bounds, up to the 39 for a new set of downs in the meantime. 56 seconds on the clock. The clock is stopped yet again. And Steelers still with 2 timeouts.
Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Murray. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And brought down.
Screen plays are so hot right now. Yet another one. Le'Veon Bell making the yardage, getting the first down. Timeout number 2 taken. 49 seconds left in the half. 23-yard line.
Murray now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete.
Kyler with a decent attempt to Marquise Brown there, and the defender just gets a hand in there. The ball will fall incomplete. 2nd and 10.
I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Murray on the move to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Now they're doing another scramble, but he can't seem to rein himself in. He gets a foot out of bounds. 3rd and 5 now. 18-yard line. But the clock is stopped, and 39 seconds still on it.
Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. And he's got it.
Completion over the middle to Mark Andrews. The line judge is going to rule that one in for a touchdown. We may see review of that, but until that happens, we have to assume the Steelers are going to be up 10 points going into half.
Because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
No review, so a very timely touchdown for Colin's team heading into half, especially after that first play of the game. That was a fumble recovered for a touchdown. And we know that means San Francisco will be receiving the ball after the half. So a great time to put 7 more points on the board.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. Hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Brian looking like he's trying to put a drive together here with the 30 seconds to play with. But he's going to have to complete some passes if he wants to do that.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger.
Hit as he throws, it's wobbling in the air. Kareem Hunt cannot hold on through the contact, so Ben is now 1 for 9 passing on the day.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw, became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back.
This looks like a run and an attempt to kill the clock here on 3rd down.
This time they stay on the ground. And they will rally and
Kareem Hunt nearly finding a seam, but does ultimately get taken down before the first down marker. Timeout used by the Steelers. That's the last one of the half for them. So we have 17 seconds on the clock with a punt upcoming. Kyler might try to heave one before half just for fun.
On fourth down, the Niners trot out Mitch Wishnowski to punt the football. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Just 11 seconds to go in the half as they have it 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the
Steelers thought better of it, just end up running into half. Okay, so at the end of the first half, Pittsburgh up 20-10. Colin's Pittsburgh Steelers up 20-10 over Jacobs' San Francisco 49ers. And yeah, as we mentioned, 49ers to receive here to kick off the second half.
Time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. He takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Hunt. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away.
Kareem Hunt finding a lane and then receiving a big hit after he gets to the first down line. Holds on to the ball through the contact, though. First down for San Francisco here on the 39-yard line.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa.
Kareem Hunt has really been the entire offense so far, as I think Big Ben is still sitting on just one completion on the day.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On second down, it's Hunt. And some nifty running there. Ultimately, it doesn't get him a whole lot, but it does take him to the 45. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he's got the first down before being taken
Kareem Hunt
down
getting the screen pass. That'll count as a second completion, and he will work his way past midfield and past the first down marker. First down for the 49ers now into Pittsburgh territory on their 46-yard line.
Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
Another big hit for Kareem Hunt, or for whoever hit Kareem Hunt. Cam Hayward, that's the guy. Holds on to the ball through contact yet again. 1 yard loss on the play. 2nd and 11.
Serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
And he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. On 2nd and 11 now. Roethlisberger, and he's got this down to the 35.
Ooh, a second legitimate completion by Big Ben. This time to Keenan Allen running a crossing route. 12-yard reception. 49ers up to the 35-yard line now.
Coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
About 3 attempted tackles there. One of them seemed to interrupt what would have been a big hit by Bud Dupree. The reason I call these out, the big hits are the most likely to fumble on. So, having a big hitter on your defense is rather important in Madden 21 specifically. So when I hear that body crunching impact, I know that it was a big hit attempt. Ooh, completion to Odell Beckham now. So Big Ben now 4 for 12 with seemingly one completion to each of his offensive skill players, except for maybe Darren Waller. They've worked their way to the 17-yard line now. Another first down.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Roethlisberger will throw. And this is
Ben sent some pressure and throwing the ball away. That's going to be 3rd and 11 now here. And a crucial drive where the 49ers offense has finally looked alive.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. The Steeler defense locked in.
Panic-stricken and cannot quite complete the ball to Odell Beckham Jr., so that's going to bring up 4th and 11 on the 18-yard line, which also means the hero of today's, or rather the hero of Jacob's tournament, none other than Ryan Santoso.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
And this one is right through. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now
Santoso now 2 for 2 on field goals on the day. That's going to put the 49ers 3 points closer. Now only down 20-13 to Colin.
Time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. It's Connor as they stay on the ground. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Shotgun now for Murray. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw
Nick
everything
Bosa
off.
getting big and getting his grubby mitts in Kyler's face, swatting that ball down as soon as it's out of his hand. We repeat, now this time on 3rd down.
Of trying to protect their passer, but when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
And this time he's going backwards. So
Le'Veon taken down for a rush of -2 yards, 4th and 6. So a likely punt by the Steelers coming up here. 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. So we've got about a quarter and a half of play left to go.
As he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Uses the stiff arm. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Roethlisberger looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Albert Okuebunam was the target there, but now it'll be 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone.
Didn't feel like there was significant pressure there. Ben couldn't handle it regardless. Incomplete over the middle. 4th down now. Steelers will get the ball back with about 4 minutes left on the 3rd quarter now.
Mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Murray now on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments. Or
couple of small plays here. We're now looking at 3rd and 3 for the Steelers on their own 35.
Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down.
Great chip block there by the running back. Kyler finding a lane and getting past. Oh man, he's going. Angry Toddler gets maybe 20-something on that run. Up to the 37 of the 49ers.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3 and out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a 1st down.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Here's Conner. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
James Conner plowing for another 5 yards. 2nd and 5 onto the 32.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And now Murray's going to set up the throw. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line.
Nick Bosa now up to 5 sacks on the game.
My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in
3rd
this
and 9.
ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a 1st. From the gun, Murray. He may try and run for this. Murray has the 1st down and more.
Kyler getting creative out there, rushing his way all the way up to the 9-yard line. Kyler's got 126 yards rushing on the day.
They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground
1st and
with
goal.
the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
Play fake. Murray. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Someone else gets to play. Dre Greenlaw with his first sack of the game. Kyler eating the dirt again. That is the 7th sack San Francisco has gotten onto Kyler Murray this game. I can talk a lot of trash about Ben Roethlisberger not completing passes, but at least he hasn't been sacked yet this game.
Out of the gun, here's Murray. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. No gain there, and it's going to
No gain on the screen play. That's going to be 3rd and goal on the 17-yard line now.
3rd and goal.
That's also going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter. So heading into our final quarter of play, Pittsburgh leads 20-13. Colin over Jacob.
Return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. Murray now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Ooh, Julio Jones catches one underthrown, or nearly catches one underthrown. He cannot hold it onto it through the contact that was following. That might have dragged him into the end zone had he done that. But instead, we're going to see 4th and goal, and Nugent out here to try to kick a 3rd field goal. My tongue is not feeling it today. I just cannot enunciate. 3rd field goal of the night for Nugent, 23-13. Pittsburgh taking a 10-point lead.
Even further. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. After the turnover, here's Murray. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Looks like I must have missed a play as I was taking my plate back to the sink, but I was back in time to see Nick Bosa's 6th sack of the game.
Record of 7. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback, because he had no chance to block him.
To try again after the sack. Murray, a short throw caught by Andrews. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Nice completion to Mark Andrews on the outside there. 3rd and 5 coming up.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here's Murray. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
Great screenplay. Le'Veon Bell catching the ball and getting a lot of yards after the catch. Up to the 10-yard line. That's going to be a technically 1st and 10. So there will be a weird crack between the 1st down marker and the end zone line. I feel like I missed something here. Is there like a turnover, interception maybe? I'm going to go watch that VOD. I missed something big.
You know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
And now he'll tuck it and run. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten
Another nice
teacher
little
always
scramble,
said.
5-yard gain
First you
there.
don't succeed,
2nd and 5 up to the
try
5-yard
again.
line.
And finally able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go. That was a touchdown.
Incomplete pass over here, but I did go back and look. Saw the interception. Good work, Mike Hilton.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is Murray. Oh no, he lost the football.
Uh-oh, another fumble by Kyler. That's going to be his 2nd fumble and the 2nd turnover of the game for Pittsburgh. So 2-2 on turnovers, 2 picks by Ben Roethlisberger and 2 fumbles by Kyler. At least this one doesn't have the same fate of ending up directly in the end zone after the fumble. But an unfortunate turnover in the red zone for Pittsburgh.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep, and on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule.
A rare completion by Roethlisberger finds Kareem Hunt on the left side past the first down marker. That's going to be a first down for San Francisco on to their own 21-yard line. I think I saw the stat line, 5 for 17 passing for Ben Roethlisberger at the moment.
Yeah, so good with a field goal, don't necessarily need a touchdown. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger.
TJ Watt breaking free from his assignment, but Roethlisberger has just enough time to find DeAndre Hopkins deep on the left side. That's going to be another set of downs, and San Francisco advancing to the 42-yard line, their own 42-yard line, of course.
They know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Going deep for Hopkins.
Ben Roethlisberger winding up. One-on-one ball. Looks like, who is that? Hopkins? Looks like DeAndre is going to win that jump ball. Big play. Now they're into the red zone. 1st and 10 onto Pittsburgh's 11-yard line.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This is Hunt. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard
Another big hit by Cam Hayward. Kareem Hunt holding the ball through it all. He's been very good with ball security through these big hits that he's received tonight.
It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Roethlisberger. Toward the center of the field, but it's
Ben throwing one seemingly directly to the Pittsburgh defender, which he's lucky that it is just swatted down. And then we get a fun little cutscene of Ben complaining like his receiver did something wrong. Oh, Ben.
The Niners on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Roethlisberger. And this is complete. It's Allen.
Finds Keenan Allen over the middle on a crossing route, and then gets the roughing the passer call on TJ Watt. So that's going to be an automatic first down, and half the distance to the goal. So 1st and goal on the 2-yard line now for Jacobs 49ers.
You can't have those kind of plays.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he'll go back.
Cam Hayward finding that penetration that he needed and wrestles Kareem Hunt to the ground in the backfield. That's going to be 2nd and goal now back at the 5-yard line.
Good job there defensively to push them back on 1st down. I'm not sure if this is 4-down territory or not because they can kick the field goal and get it back within a score, but you know that's not what they're thinking right now. A field goal has to be their last option.
Second down and goal. Roethlisberger. His pass caught.
Dump off to Kareem Hunt sitting in the end of his short stick route. Complete, but only 2 yards on the play.
drive.
Third and goal onto the 3-yard line.
Mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield.
9 to the clock. We are at 5 minutes left in this ball game.
They run like backs.
49ers still down 10 points. That's 2 possessions.
What a nice play he made there in the open field.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. His pass caught at the 4.
DeAndre Hopkins having to sprint out of the end zone that he was sitting in to collect that ball since Ben was hit as he threw. And then the defense rushed to him to touch him and make him down. So that's 4th and goal now on the 5. Yeah, I was going to say this might be a field goal.
In a big spot here from the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good.
It's up and that's good. But 49ers still down 7 points with 4 minutes left in the game.
To get back in the game, the field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They got to get it at least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Sutton now to return. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Murray. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
He certainly had plenty of success.
Kyler with his 10th forward scramble of the game. That's going to go for 5 yards. And more importantly, that's going to keep the clock in motion.
And holding him to a short gain. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. From the gun, Murray. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete.
Kyler with a nice completion to Mark Andrews on the left side of the field. That's going to get the Steelers up to the 46-yard line, and he's going to be tackled out of bounds, but a new set of downs for Colin's team to work with. And more opportunities for him to burn this clock away from Jacob.
But you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Murray has it knocked loose. Fumble.
Oh, goodness. That's going to be a 3rd fumble on the night that is recovered by the 49ers. So a 3rd fumble from Kyler Murray that all 3 have been recovered. That is an absolute brutal turnover here late in the game. Ben completing a pass to DeAndre Hopkins, who gets the ball and then leans forward over the 1st down line. So now they're up to the 28-yard line, the attacking 28-yard line, down only 7 points. This game has kind of flipped on its head all at once.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. His throw incomplete.
There we go. Ben going back to what he does best, throwing the ball into the grass. 2nd down.
He certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Right back to Waller.
Ball complete to Darren Waller on the crossing route. That's about a 4-yard gain, and he runs out of bounds after the reception. 3rd and 6 here on the 24-yard line.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Completes a pass to Keenan Allen over the middle. I don't think he got the distance he needed, and he did not indeed. 4th and inches here on the 18-yard line. Massive 4th down. If the Pittsburgh Steelers get a stop here, they get right back in control of the game. This play here is going to bring us down to the 2-minute warning, too, so that's going to light a fire under everybody's ass.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Crucial 4th down incoming.
They'll try and run for it. And this will depend on them.
That looks like they did it. They got to Kareem Hunt in the backfield, and he is stopped. So that's going to be a turnover on downs for Colin Steelers. So what nearly became a disastrous turnover has just been salvaged as Pittsburgh regains possession here under the 2-minute warning. 3 timeouts left on both sides here. So you have to expect the Steelers are going to, at minimum, burn all 3 timeouts here.
They begin on the ground here with Connor. This will be a short gain of 3.
There's timeout number 1 as James Conner rumbles forward for about a 3-yard gain. 2nd down upcoming.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Another handoff, another rumbling with James Conner. 2nd timeout used. I think that's probably going to be about 3rd and 6 now. Maybe 3rd and 5 if they're feeling generous. 3rd and 5. Okay. So 2 timeouts burnt. The Steelers could get cheeky here and attempt to pass to get that 1st down if the run is not feeling good.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
3rd run in a row, but Conner is going to rumble far enough to get a 1st down. The San Francisco 49ers are using their last timeout, but the Steelers just get a fresh set of downs. That is all but going to do it for this game here tonight. V formation for Colin as Kyler is just going to take a knee here. 2nd down, 1, 2. Okay, so they can't kill the game. Well, yeah, they can. But with Madden AI... Wait, am I... Can I count? I can count. Okay, they can kill the game here. Madden AI may still punt, though. Uh-oh, late snap here. Could be a delay of game incoming. Ooh, barely gets the ball off in time. Conner with another wide running lane. He's going to rip off 7 yards on that run. 3rd and 4 here. Clock continuing to tick. You have to imagine this should just be another kneel down. That last play probably also should have been a kneel down. But, you know, we're dealing with some super advanced life forms and technology and shit.
He's in big trouble.
Alright, so that should kill the game. There's an off chance the Madden AI does something weird and actually snaps the ball and punts it. But otherwise, that's going to be the ball game. Colin taking down Jacob 23-16 in a match where Pittsburgh was in control for the most part. No snap on that punt play, so that's the game. Pittsburgh in control for the most part. A few key turnovers got San Francisco right back into it, but ultimately they were able to prevail. So that's going to see Colin moving on to the finals to take on Conair and his Bears. Meanwhile, Jacob is going to fall down to the Seminoles match where he will take on Sprite's Saints. I'm going to let this play out. We're going to take a look at some stats, show you the bracket, and then we will get you out of here.
But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching
That 194 rushing yard number,
For more,
I want to say like 80% of that was Kyler Murray.
NFL. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.
All right, let's take a quick scroll through these stats. Ben Roethlisberger with some absolutely putrid passing numbers. 13 for 29 and 2 interceptions, a 33.3 passer rating. Kyler Murray did great. It's just unfortunate that he had those 3 turnovers by way of losing fumbles, but those don't really show up in passer rating, so he's fine on that front. Meanwhile, 134 rushing yards for Kyler Murray, 54 for Kareem Hunt, and then 47 and 13 for Connor and Bell. Receiving-wise, DeAndre Hopkins leading the way with 88. A couple of touchdowns for Mark Andrews and Marquise Brown. Otherwise, 6 sacks for Nick Bosa, which we mentioned. That was an incredibly dominant performance there. All in all, 10 sacks by the San Francisco defense and none by Pittsburgh. But maybe that's part of why this game stayed so close. 3 for 3 for Mike Nugent and Ryan Santoso. And that's all that we're really going to care about. So, taking a look at the Five-O's bracket, as we mentioned, Colin is moving on to face Conair in the Five-O's finals. And yeah, Jacob falling down to face Sprite in the Sevenals. But join us again tomorrow as we take a look back at the main bracket. We'll be jumping into proper semifinals action tomorrow, starting off with Gibby versus Andy. That's going to be tomorrow at 9 p.m. Central. So thanks for joining us. That's all we've got for you here today. As always, have a good one.